As India will make history on the moon, Russia's space agency Roscosmos has confirmed the Luna-25 Automatic Interplanetary Station's successful entry into lunar orbit, heralding a significant step toward a historic landing. Justine Nazario has the details.
Russia's space agency Roscosmos has confirmed the Luna-25 Automatic Interplanetary Station's successful entry into lunar orbit, heralding a significant step toward a historic landing on the moon's surface. Roscosmos declared that all systems on Luna-25 are operating normally, maintaining stable communication. The mission signifies Russia's maiden contemporary endeavor to land an automatic station on the moon. The mission aims to advance soft landing technology, analyze lunar soil, conduct extensive scientific research, and particularly scrutinize the moon's south pole and exosphere. Distinguishing itself from prior missions targeting the moon's equatorial region, Luna-25 is set to attempt a soft landing in the challenging polar terrain. The anticipated landing date is August 21. The Luna-25 mission launched on August 11 via the Soyuz 2.1B rocket from Russia's Vostochny Cosmodrome. The probe has successfully initiated research operations and begun transmitting data to Earth, which is undergoing analysis by the scientific team. Luna-25 continues the legacy of Russia's earlier lunar exploration endeavors and is named in homage to the Soviet-era program that dispatched 24 probes to the lunar surface from 1958 to 1976. The last time that Russia had a spacecraft on the moon was during its Soviet days using Luna-24, which was launched 47 years ago. Meanwhile, Luna-1 was launched as part of the Soviet lunar program in 1959, the first human-made to reach the heliocentric orbit. Russia's lunar mission coincides with India's Chandrayaan-3 lunar lander, which was launched on July 14 and entered lunar orbit on August 5. India's lunar lander is currently lowering its orbit in preparation for its landing attempt expected to happen on August 23. Amid the speculations of a so-called lunar race, due to the renewed global interest of various countries sending their spacecraft to the moon, only China has landed successfully so far this century via Chang'e 3, 4, and 5. Reporting, this is Justine Nazario as MNI News.
The Prime Minister of Solomon Islands declined a request to meet two representatives of the U.S. House of Representatives, but what is the reason why he was unable to talk with them? Shayna Salim has the details.
Members of a high-profile U.S. congressional delegation focused on competition with China were unable to meet Solomon Islands Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavari during their recent visit to the Indo-Pacific, which included a trip to Australia. U.S. House Representative Neil Dunn of Florida and U.S. House Delegate Amoa Amata of American Samoa visited the Solomon Islands earlier this week, stating that failure to meet Sogavari was a missed opportunity. A press release from the House committee said the Prime Minister failed to meet the American delegates for a reason that he was unable to make time in his schedule. The visit comes weeks after Sogavari met Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing, where the two leaders signed a raft of deals covering development, trade, infrastructure, as well as policing. The police cooperation deals allows China to maintain a police presence in the Solomon Islands for another 3 years. The two leaders also agreed to establish a comprehensive strategic partnership and signed an agreement to allow expansion of China's Belt and Road Initiative. Sogavari also signed a security agreement with China last year, which earned criticisms from the United States, Australia, and New Zealand, although Beijing and Honiara have denied the possibility of a Chinese military base in the Pacific nation. Australian think tank Lowy Institute reported that China is the Solomon Islands' biggest trading partner and became its second largest official development assistance donor in 2021. The visit comes amid a growing struggle for influence between the U.S. and China in the Pacific region. Reporting from New South Wales, this is Shayna Salim, SMNI News.
The Prime Minister of Australia is set to defend the country's controversial trilateral security deal with the U.S. and United Kingdom in a national conference scheduled on Friday. Saja has a report.
The showdown is set to unfold at a key decision-making conference on Friday as disapproval over plans to invest billions of dollars into nuclear-powered submarine grows. Under the deal, the United States and Britain will supply Australia with 8 submarines. The former head of the U.S. Pacific Command stated that military vessels will help deter China from invading Taiwan, which implies Australia is preparing to spend billions to fight a war not of its own. Meanwhile, the Chinese state media has accused the AUKUS partners of pure deception regarding the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty or NPT and warned that UK, Australia and the US embark on a path of error and danger. Australian Defence Minister Richard Marles is planning to introduce a 32-paragraph statement in support of AUKUS for tomorrow's conference, while several lawmakers are expected to pass motions against their trilateral security pact. The debate surrounding AUKUS comes at a time when Albanese accepted an invitation to visit China sometime this year. Reporting from Sydney, this has been Sasha Hassa, SME9 News, Australia.